Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are in Glostock today. It's the 7th of November 2026. Dira tugenda kwogera ku habits as farmers in goat business. Empisa ze twesaamu abalimi. Empisa zino ze tugenda okwogerako. Genda kwogera ku mpisa ki gy'oyisaamu kasitoma gy'otunda ku Yidi, ku Christmas, ku lunaku olukuwengere gy'otundamu nga bwe twayogedde weetegeka otya ng'ogenda okutunda mu sizoni biti beteekera bakasitoma abo. Ate tugenda kwogera empisa embi ze tuyisaamu bakasitoma ng'abazze nga dimandi eri waggulu oba ku Yidi oba ku Christmas oyogera ng'ataagala eri bakasitoma bw'omukozi bwe baatadde ku mulimu. Bw'oba business owner wakenyine nga gwaliwo ng'oyogera nga weeyisanga oddamu bakasitoma data fairwakuwa ku ssaawa eyo w'alina amaanyi wali mu control kasitoma ayagala. Ate ali ku season ya Christmas azereeti ali ku season ya Idi azereeti agenda ku Eid al-Adha Eid al-Fitr bagenda mu kisiibo. Abasemba bagenda mu kisiibo. Ebisolo bye beetaaga bisolo kika ki? Bisolo byetaagisa ki? Okusinziira ddiini yaabwe sijja kwogera ku ddiini ndala naye ku ddiini y'Abasiraamu ebisolo byabwe balina criteria kategore n'enneeyisa n'enkula gye babyagalamu okusinziira ku mutendera gw'eddiini yaabwe ng'eddiini yaabwe balagira basobole okufuna ekyo eddiini yaabwe kye basuubiza. Kati nga gw'omulimi ali eyo kitusinziridde eddiini ki gy'olimu oba ggwe omulimi oli okuliisa bantu ba Katonda bonna regardless of which religion they're coming from, which tribe, which background. Your purpose is to your God, to this blessing you have. To be a farmer is a blessing. It's a gift. Not everybody has it. Not everybody can hold this pressure. Not everybody can articulate what is farming. No, not everybody can be patient like a farmer. That means it's a gift given to a few or some. With a purpose, they have to answer. What did you do in this time you were a farmer? The bad habits. You used to sell high prices on seasonal demand or seasonal market. Nga ku Yidi, nga mu kisiibo, ng'abasiramu balina Yidi yo olunaku mbadwo oba ennaku essatu oba ebbiri nga za kusala bisolo. Ng'ate ebisolo ebyo babisala mu bungi nga balina n'abantu abava mu nsi ez'ewabweru ne bajja ne babagulira ennyama eyo mu bungi ebisolo ebyo ne babisalira. That is one of their ritual in sacrificing of animals as a reward or an offering or something we do under the Islamic laws. In accordance to that, there is what we benefit from it. Every religion does it. Mu seasonal days like that, tulina embuzi ze tutunda nga oli takuwidde lwaki agitunda naye nga ze nako lwaki agigula naye nga ze ng'ayina specifications z'ayagala mu mbuzi eyo. Tinjagala ndiyakala bweti, njagala ndyefaanana bweti, njagala giri bweti. Ku grounds ezo ezize z'ayagala bwe tomanyi ky'ajagaza. That she would be disposing it ati nga gwe omulimi empisa zo weeyisa otya eri omuntu oyo era omuguzi otya ogenda mu ebbeeyi ya waggulu gy'otatunda bulijjo oba okuba nti azze akusaba ng'agenda okuba mu bizinensi eyo olinga ng'asenduka olinga ng'alyamu obulyamangu odduke kiki ky'obuuliko ddala. Lwaki sente zino ennyingi ezaagala okugoba ne kasitoma omupya aze the initially okandika bizinensi eno wayagala kuguza abantu ate niyagala bakasitoma ate olina ng'abagoba bw'oyagala amagoba amangi ng'ate waseetinga dda amagoba bw'oyagala owedde wagaseetinga dda ogatunda ennaku ziri endala lwaki tobakwogeti n'ekyo kale ogenda kwogezaamu olwa season ffenna tuli businessman twagala ka extra profit togenda too much if you had to increase 20% of the profit you have been selling because it's a short time so that those customers can be reliable the next time. Don't be too greedy. These people don't also they didn't plan for that abrupt price increase. That's why government should come in to regulate these prices. Prices on the market are so crazy, everybody sets his own price, which is hard for the customers to get the right products for their money, because every time they are cheated with overpricing, yet they are given the same products, no incentives added, no added service added. Tebalina kyebongeddeko ku nnyama eyo gye bakuguza ku majaago, ku mbuzi eyo, ku nkoko eyo, ku tea. Olwo olunaku nga bagyongeza tebalina kyebagyongeddeko kyanjawulo, yinza wadde batunde ebbeeyi ddala. Lwaki omulimi, omusuubuzi, omutunzi bwe faama atunda okikola ekyo noyongeza sente nnyingi ote nakiyongedde? Obwo si bulyaza amaanya, obwo si kubba muntu. Ate kyakaseera katini lwaki okola ekintu ky'olunaku olumu ebbiri ate ne kikita bizinensi eyo emyaka n'emyaka ne generational wealth n'agaana okugulira bali ababyage nakimu abo baseera abo tupa from naku zibiti bayongeza bwe bayongeza otute image ki otwalinde image ki bakasitoma ogenda bakoma bwotyo era ogenda bawongerako bwotyo buli kaseera to understand they are business people nti nina abantu 5 6 benjagala okwongerako buli week nga bakasitoma abange abapya singa naba reliable customers very cheap naye target yange wa boring every week with my workers on the daily meetings every morning before we start. What is our target this week? That we need 10 more new customers. If we need 10 more customers to buy our eggs, our chicken, our goat's meat, what do? We don't hike prices or we don't lower them. But we maintain the standards, Accessanga Mitzvah, the standards we keep throughout the year. We're coming to change the bad habits in farming or in farming business. This is the goat stock. We're selling meat. And we're gonna sell meat after preparing ourselves. Let us change this. Let us educate our workers on how to sell and how to talk to customers. Let us introduce the incentives and the after services to these customers on these special days when we decide to hike prices. But in hiking prices, we should be regulated. We shouldn't just do, because if everybody can just do whatever he feels like or he wants, then the government is there to protect the ordinary citizens with their property, their life, and their financial well-being. Don't defraud them because the laws are not being implemented, because the laws are not working, because corruption is too much, because you're not taking a call, they won't touch me. But you killing the next generation, and the next generation is your kids. Playing ground, the kids, the people that want to interact with, or the fellow kids that want to interact with, those are the same kids whose backgrounds, whose future you are killing now. Are your kids going to play alone? Are they going to study alone? Or you going to take them abroad for the kids in those countries who have worked hard for their country and they're being trained from childhood how to calculate, how to balance out, how to know business. It keeps us to go to work at 16. At what age did you introduce you to start working? At Chesanda Family Business and Chesanda Meats Farm, we're not telling this to brag upon you or to be proud, no. But we are training our kids when they're young, senior 3, senior 2, primary, on how to handle money and how to learn financial literacy, as you had in the other previous episodes if you follow us on TikTok and YouTube. Teach your kids, evolve them. Let them know how to budget and how to balance. Let them know what is a loss and what is a profit. From childhood, that's when they will set firm grounds and they can be proudly speak for themselves, to be bold because they know what they're speaking about. From childhood, you have trained them. We were talking about customer services, the way we talk to people. Even though we're going to increase the prices, but how do we trick them in increasing those prices with the incentives we are putting aside as after services of that special day for us to be able to give them the right meat as we also getting profits as well as them getting exactly what they have paid for. The healthy meat, the healthy eggs, the healthy chicken. The chicken which is slaughtered when it's alive, when it's sold, even the one which was sick or dead, because the farmer doesn't want to make a loss. Those habits of cutting and slaughtering animals which are sick, because it's about to die, I'm not going to lose when it's sick. The goat's meat, when the goat is sick of a disease, there's no diseases which cause unwanted. How do I call it? Abachalo kuvamu imbuto. Let me call it in my local language. Miscarriages. When they eat bad or goat meat when the goat was sick or a disease which starts with S. I talked it about in my other episodes. For those who want to know, just go back and follow in the goat stock. Bad habits happen because of poor preparation. In poor preparation, you lose losses that we talked about. You're going to incur losses. Because as some as risk takers, and we're the highest risk takers, we pray and react. Expecting rain, the word is expecting. It's not a must. It's like an assumption. Now, another bad habit we do. Who is selfish? When which those days when the demand is high. Who is selfish? Why do we become selfish? What do I mean by selfish? You sell a poor, underweighted goat at the same price because the demand is high, without even cutting prices for that goat. Yet, sure in your heart, deep down in your heart, you really know what you're doing. You're selling unhealthy goat to somebody who's giving you $100 or emitwara satumusamvu eje Uganda wewetutunde buzi afe usesanga mitzvah. After selling that same goat, the poor unhealthy goat to somebody who's gonna eat it happily, he wants to eat that goat's meat, the street meat, and to give him what he didn't want. That is being selfish, and that's a bad habit too. Poor, unhealthy goat's meat or animal meat at the farm can cause harm to people health-wise and can lead to death. People, let us watch what we feed our people. At Chesanda Meats Farm, we're here to give you the best quality halal goat's meat, halal chicken, halal eggs, halal posho, wheat maize which is treated care of, as you see on our TikTok and our YouTube page, when you see directly what happens at our farm daily. Because our pictures and our videos show you that we don't set cameras. We don't do that. We don't set any cameras. We just need our videos daily, like how they are, because as farmers, we hands-on and we are always in the soul on wacky swing. This is what we do. This is our purpose and we love what we do. Transportation habits. We're going to talk about transporting animals in our next episode, which will be episode 32. But in transporting animals, it is also a bad habit, because the way how animals are transported in Uganda and how we see them on the roads is really not the right way of transporting animals according to the regulations of Uganda and animal transportation. But with the corruption and the officers on the road who don't care on how those animals are being transported because they're just given bribe, not putting in mind or not thinking that that same meat is going to reach their houses when those goats, chickens, or cows are too stressed, or when the goat or cow gets too stressed, it leads to diseases. By the time you eat that meat, it's gonna be already affected, stress, and the meat is not gonna be sweet like the normal way of transporting animals to the rurally areas. Rights of customers. Do customers have rights? And where do they appeal when you have given them? Where do they report you when you have given them bad meat, and how can they prove that? Do we have a department concerning that? Will specialize in that? Who can investigate that? We need more help in that, as the government of Uganda or Minister of Agriculture should look into that. We need special departments, special hotline landlines in every district, in every rural area where a farmer, and ask them what he really needs, because the Minister of Agriculture workers, they are his. That this farmer who is in the village, that is your boss, and is the one paying you taxes. Let us not shame them, vice versa. We can now see and know exactly what we are being cheated and what we deserve, and it's time to ask for it. We really deserve more customer care and after services for Ministry of Agriculture, because we pay our taxes, and taxes are being collected by Uganda Revenue Authority. That means we need to be taken care of, because we tax contributors too. Why these bad habits? What creates these bad habits? Market challenges. Poor markets, poor market rules, poor market regulations, price regulations can lead to all these bad habits, because a farmer is trying to make ends meet due to the challenging market conditions of investors who have also retail shops. Yet they came into a country as investors in agriculture, and they open small shares, compete with the local trader, whereby for them they are given tax exemptions, free loan, but the local trader or the citizen of Uganda who is a local farmer, a poor farmer, starting up a peasant farmer, is not given those incentives. And those market challenges force them to sell unhealthy animals and use these bad habits in Chizono when the demand is high, because that's the only way, that's the only chance they have to scale some profits. That's a bad mindset. We should change with the help of government so that our farmers can be more sensitized, more educated in how they can scale market or prices with the knowledge and the new techniques which are available in modern farming without hassle of cutting prices. It's a matter of introducing some new techniques or tips in goats farming or chicken farming or maize farming. Another bad habit we have to look about is the transportation costs. You transporting your animals to the market, the number of animals, how they are frauded, and where they are stored for you to show them for visibility of the customers to choose which animal they have to buy without being pressured or being told vulgar words or language which these sellers try to speak as if they don't care, but when they're in a seasonal demand and a customer feels like he has no rights or to choose or to decide on what he wants, they should be protected as we farmers should also be protected by our rights. We should need more sensitization in that by the Ministry of Agriculture. Ugandan farmers, Ugandan business people, Ugandan businessmen and women, we hate feedbacks. Why do we hate feedbacks? We do. We're not saying that feedback is a source of information. There is what we call positive criticism. A feedback is a positive criticism if it's a negative feedback, but you like to get a positive feedback on it. When somebody comments a negative feedback, you feel offended. It is okay to be challenged. It is okay to be checked. It is okay because we make mistakes. We need to be checked. We need to have checks and balances. That's why the government has another arm of government, which is the opposition, to check those balances. It is okay for the negative feedback so that you can change your farm and the mindset of your farm, and so that you can scale some profit. Don't be rigid. Education is there. Bagamba wali omumani, waberayo omumani. Era omumani wafa, omumani weraja, asinga. The word has to continue. Things has to go home, to go on. Thank you for listening to Sesanga Family Business, Sesanga Mixed Farm. May God bless you. Salute all my daughters and sons. This is Sanga Aras. I love you so much. May God bless you.